So, Millwood, the word for today is grace. The concept of grace unfolds gradually in Scripture. It has its roots in the Old Testament, where the Hebrew word heen describes the compassionate response of a superior to an inferior, kind of like me to you. Oh, what a great day, a great word. Take that with you. Hello. I see you've met my friend Millwood here. Stay there, Millwood. We were just reading some great words from the Theological Word Book, where theologians of all kinds of theology theologize together through this book. Come on now, give me a break. I'm excited to talk to you guys, not about theological words, but about life change that's happening here at Fellowship Church and things that are happening in our second and third grade room. Now, I gotta be honest, we got so much going on around here. It's always exciting. There's always something to get plugged into and be doing. And here's where we're headed here over the next couple weeks. Things we've got going on in ways that you can be involved. And really, at the end of the day, ways that you need to be involved. The opportunities we have here are not just for ourselves, but they're for you. So that way you can be a part of the life and life change that's happening around Fellowship Church. So, let's start with this weekend. We had lesson 1 of Power Up Startup. Now we would usually move on to lesson 2, but we have an exciting kind of left turn curveball that's going to take place. We are actually going to go to lesson 4 of Power Up. Why is that? Well, lesson 4 is actually the salvation message. And it's important that we go ahead and do that this weekend because the following weekend, September 10th and 11th, we're actually going to be doing a children's baptism here at Fellowship Church. One of the things is we want to make sure every kid has an opportunity to, 1, pray that prayer, accept Christ, make him their Lord and Savior, learn how to be best friends with God, and 2, to get in that water as quickly as possible. Well, in order to do that, we have so many families that have just started coming here over the many weeks that we've been doing Shark Week, and just prior to that, all the great series that Pastor Ed's been putting on, that we need to capitalize on all these kids that are walking through here and get them equipped with understanding salvation. So, this weekend, during service, right after we hear the Bible story, what we'll do is we'll talk about the ABCs of salvation. We'll give every kid the opportunity to pray that prayer, and then we'll have them come up and move out into the breakout room. All right, so the kids that will be going to the breakout room are those that have prayed the prayer right then and there and want more information, we need to answer some questions for them. Secondly, it could be kids also who have prayed that prayer but have not yet been obedient in baptism, and we want to move them into understanding more about baptism and how important it is that they get baptized. When you go out there, we're going to equip you, put in your hands some things that are going to help you when talking to the kids. The biggest one is going to be the salvation questionnaire. This is what we give the parents in the Kid Faith class. It helps them ask some very straightforward questions. It actually gives you kind of a general response of what we are looking for, what you should be looking for from the kids. And as you're sitting out there, you may be in a group of like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 kids, whatever the group size is. We don't want you to ask that to the entire group. We actually want you to just take one aside just a little bit and ask them individually. Why is that? Because we want the kids to be answering off the things that they have in their heart, the things that they've understood, not off of what they've heard from the kid that just answered it right in front of them. So it's important to try to talk to them one-on-one, even though you're in a slightly larger group. So just go through the questions. As soon as you feel like, hey, they've got it, well, you'll move on to the next step. What's the next step? Well, every parent's going to know that we were giving the kids the salvation message this weekend. We always want to make the parents aware. And there will be 2 things that will happen. One, you're going to be like, man, this kid gets it. They've got it. They did pray their prayer, or they have prayed their prayer in the past. They're ready to get in the water. They're ready to get baptized, maybe ready to get their God-sized swagger on. So they need to get liquefied, and they're going to get a green sticker. Green sticker means good to go, for baptism. Some of the other kids, you talk to them, and remember, we're accountable for their faith. We're accountable for where they are in their faith. And if we don't feel they're ready, then we have to stand firm and say, you know what? Maybe not right now, but you need to go to Kid Faith class where you'll get more answers. That's going to be the yellow sticker, and we'll give you these stickers. You'll put the yellow sticker on the kid's name tag, so that way the parents know when they pick their kids up what's going on. All right? Super important that we follow those procedures and steps so that way we don't miss anyone, we don't get kids getting the wrong stickers, we know exactly where they're at, and we know exactly how to communicate to the parents based on the stickers that we see on the kids, okay? So it's a big celebration this weekend. Don't forget, when anyone gives their life to Christ, we need to be standing up, cheering, being excited, and you have to lead that. You're the leaders in our room, so do that. On top of that, we've had a great weekend. We've got a lot going on. It's Labor Day weekend, but just because it's Labor Day weekend, why don't you come put a little bit of labor here into the church, a little love here in the church. Unless you're traveling out of town, we want to see you here. We need to see you here because there's a lot of families that without you would not receive the same love, the same level of acceptance and just outpouring of your hearts if you were not here. So we need to see you. On top of that, we got a long way to go. We got Power Up that's going to keep going. We've got Pastor's going to be continuing his Shark Week message, just all kinds of great things. So we've had good return. We've had great families coming in the door. You've done an awesome job. Keep it up. So proud of you guys. I love each and every one of you. And make sure you're reaching out to other volunteers and keeping them plugged in and being part of it. And reach out to new people, man. If they're not serving and they're not plugged in, they are missing it. They're missing a huge chunk of what God has to offer them. So we'll see you next weekend. Actually, we'll see you this weekend and the next weekend during our baptism, which you got to be a part of too. So I'll talk to you this weekend, guys. See you. Millwood! Oh!